Food and Drug Administration is expected to authorize the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine for children ages 12 to 15 within the next week. Once it does get approval from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, parents will be able to protect their kids against the virus that's drastically changed how they learn, play, and interact with peers.
But how will the vaccine differ for a younger and smaller population? Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo is getting answers for us. She joins us live in Springfield with more. Audrey?
If given the green light, this would be the first vaccine approved for people younger than 16 in the U.S. Now, we sat down with a doctor to ask how child versions of the shots could differ from the one that's being given out to adults right now.
I would advise someone to get it before they die.
Grandfather of 3, Ricardo Velez, tells Western Mass News he has one more dose to go before he's considered fully vaccinated against COVID-19. But he says he thinks it's a good idea to vaccinate children against the virus, too.
Just in case they happen to be next to someone else that might have it.
As Pfizer seeks approval for its shot in children 12 to 15, Western Mass News asked you, the viewers, whether or not you would get your child that vaccine. You told us everything from yeah, why not, to absolutely not, and some said they want to wait a bit. We spoke with Bay State Health pediatrician John O'Reilly about how the vaccine would work in that age group. And he says the dose is the same as the adult version of the shot.
The adult dose is 30 micrograms, and that's what they use to the 12 to 15 group.
He says that size of the patient is not a big factor.
And it's not as much weight as it is sort of maturity of the immune system. So their immune system is essentially that of an adult.
But what if your child is younger than 12? He says that's what vaccine manufacturers are trying to figure out with doses between 2 and 10 micrograms.
It will be going to decrease dosing in these younger groups, and they may, depending for the youngest groups, for the kids 6 to 2, they may even have a third dose.
Pfizer has said it plans to apply for emergency use authorization for its vaccine on 2 to 11-year-olds sometime in September. Moderna has announced it's currently testing its vaccine on children 6 months and older.
And the FDA will probably take somewhere between 4 to 8 weeks to kind of go through it.
We asked O'Reilly whether this could interfere with the flu shot schedule if approved. He says there should be a 2-week gap between any vaccine and the Pfizer COVID-19 shot. So his advice to parents:
let's get the flu vaccines done early this season. Let's get the kids in August, September, so that when they are approved for the Pfizer vaccine, they'll have that window which they can just come in.
Now, according to Pfizer, their trials of the vaccine in people 12 to 15 proved more effective against the virus than their tests in those 16 to 25. Live in Springfield, Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.